Hi guys, welcome to a new video. We are revealing my brand new collection today with Equestrian Stockholm, and I'm so excited because we've done something completely different to what we usually do. And that's because we've shifted our focus a little bit for this collection. I was talking to the team and I said I want to do something different for the next collection. I wanted to have a completely different feel. I wanted to take Equestrian Stockholm in a little bit of another place where the brand usually sits. So we just started talking and I started kind of receiving some feedback from you guys based on all my previous collection, which I want to take a moment to thank you all for because they were all such a huge success. You guys supporting me means I get to do more collections like this. You guys might be getting a hint already by the color of the top that I'm wearing. But I was talking to the team and I said, I want to do something that really kind of portrays where I'm at in my life and with my horses. And right now I'm going down a much more competitive road with them. We're training at a much higher level. And I think all round, I'm thinking much more around performance. So I told the team, I said, what can we do that we can really kind of focus the product around that, around performance, around assisting horses, which are athletes in themselves. So once we kind of got that concept, I told them I want the next collection to be all about functionality. Sure, I want it to look good and sporty, and I want it to look great on a lot of different colored horses. Not that it just looks on one type. I want it to be flexible like all my other collections. But I said I want it to be really something that sustains training and helps the horse along the way. So I kind of was toying back and forth. This is actually one of the collections we went the most back and forth with in terms of samples because I was really adamant about what I wanted and I didn't want to settle for anything less than perfect. So let's just get to it. The concept for the collection is breathability. That's what the whole collection is about. More and more studies have come out regarding bandages, the use of bandages, good or bad, and too much heat on the tendons, all that kind of stuff. And I think that's something that we can work towards always improving. I'm not saying one is good or bad, but definitely for this collection, I wanted to try and focus around having as much airflow through my products as possible. So when you're having an intense exercise session with your horse, if you're riding on a hot day in the summer, you're allowing as much ventilation to get through to the muscles, through to the tendons, to cool the horse down as you're going. So therefore, with that concept in mind, the 𝒋𝒐𝒐𝒘 collection came to life, which is the collection I'm presenting to you guys today. Now, I'm really excited. As always, we're going to start off with the piece de resistance, which is the cloth, even though there's one item that I'm actually a little bit more excited to show you guys than the cloth. But this is the 𝒋𝒐𝒐𝒘 collection saddle cloth. As always, we've made the saddle cloth in both jumping and dressage. We have an anatomical cut, as always. What I wanted to do is I wanted to do something a little bit sportier with the stitching. So we have these big lateral panels that are running across the cloth rather than the usual Equestrian Stockholm stitching, whether it's the diamond pattern or anything like that. And I feel like this really adds different dimension to the cloth and offers something different. This has never been done before in Equestrian Stockholm. We wanted to keep the piping quite simple because it is a sportier collection. And I wanted to go with more of a neutral gray color, something that would be very sporty and kind of took the focus away a little bit from the color and made you look elsewhere at, for instance, the texture of the cloth. So we have this mesh, kind of like octagon mesh pattern going on the saddle cloth. And this is that material that I was discussing that's really breathable. It's difficult for you guys obviously to get an understanding through the camera, but when you feel the cloth, you can kind of feel that it's very textured and porous. And that is what allows the great air circulation to happen. As always, we have the Equestrian Stockholm dry wicking technology on the underside of the cloth, which means your saddle cloths dry much faster. And we additionally also ended up putting a reinforced section by the girth. That way you're not going to have the material moving around too much. It's not going to be wearing out as quickly as well. So that's just a little neat touch that we added. Especially because this material is so porous and allows so much air circulation, this little patch just ensures the longevity of your saddle cloth. So as always, we have the Equestrian Stockholm badge down here. We went for kind of like a dark chrome effect to kind of keep with the sporty look of the cloth. We have the only detail on the collection with my name on it, which is up here. So it's the Matt Harnacke X Equestrian Stockholm. That's always a really nice subtle detail. For the people that know, they know. For the people that don't, they don't. But yeah, overall, I'm super happy with how this cloth came out. It looks so good on all of my horses. And kind of like by chance really, because it wasn't designed for that, but this material actually gives quite a lot of grip as well to the saddle, so you won't have the saddle cloth sliding around on your horse as well. Right, so we're going to be moving on to the next item for the collection, and that is the fly veil or the bonnet, depends how you want to call it. But the exciting thing about this bonnet is I've completely changed the design and shape of the Equestrian Stockholm fly veils, and that's not because I don't like the original ones, it's because for this collection I wanted to have a very different look. So what we did is we made the fly veils much bigger, both in width and in length, and it sits further down on your horse's face, and I feel like it's a very, very flattering cut. And it's something a little bit different also in the way that the bottom is slightly squared off as well, rather than being rounded. We kept the piping pretty simple, but we did want to add a little bit of an extra element that kind of elevates the collection. So there is a very slight shimmering edge to the fly veil, which is, I think, a really nice subtle touch without it being too much. It remains not too feminine, not too masculine. I feel like it's a really nice in-between. For the ears, we have a little detail on the left ear here with the Equestrian Stockholm logo, but for the rest, it's a really clean silhouette, and I think something that will suit any horse, especially because it's black, so you can kind of mix and match with what you already have at home if you don't end up buying the whole collection. And I think generally that's kind of a big concept with this collection as well, is I feel like a lot of us at home already have a lot of stuff. So I wanted to go for more neutral products in terms of the really usable ones, like the next product, which I'm really excited to show you. I wanted to keep those colors black because I feel like that's something that's really flexible in terms of using it already in what you have in your tack lockers or in your storage at home. The product I've been most excited to show you is the brand new boots that I've designed with Equestrian Stockholm. Now, for me, I'm really big on having protection on my horse's legs, but I don't want that to compromise the tendons or anything like that. So we worked really, really hard on these boots in order to create something that has great ventilation. So for instance, if I hold up the fabric, I can pretty much see the light through it, allowing that airway, but it's been extensively tested on how much airflow. So for instance, if I blow on this side and put my hand on the other side, I can feel the air coming out. So we've put a lot of work and effort into these in order to make them as breathable, but also still as functional in terms of protecting your horse's legs as possible. What I always dislike about brush boots is when they don't take the shape of your horse's leg. It kind of looks like there's this clunked pipe on your horse's refined legs. We're gonna show you guys some footage, especially on Emporio, so you guys can see, because he has lighter legs. You'll be able to see exactly where the cannon bone goes down straight, and when you go down to the fetlocks, how it slightly follows that shape. And that's because the material is very thin and breathable, but we do have that protection where it matters, so the horse won't be hurting themselves. We've made these in 2 different sizes, both in medium and in large. So if you would like to have the option to have a slightly smaller set for the front, you can do that. Personally, my horses wear large on front and back, but I have designed the boots to be slightly taller because it is a pet peeve of mine when boots are a little bit short. So do keep that in mind when you are making your purchases. But this is a really, really exciting product. It's something, again, completely new. It's all about functionality and not so much about looks. It is a neutral color. It's a beautiful product, but you're really getting this to benefit your horses. And I'm really excited to hear your feedback because I love mine. And even though I haven't been able to share them, I've been putting them on my horses every single day. They wash really well. They're just an all-around great product. So definitely, if you want to take anything from this collection, I would highly suggest the boots. The next really exciting product, which I'm also glad to say is a first for Equestrian Stockholm, is the brand new halter I designed. We again went for a beautiful neutral black color. The halter is leather, and as you can see, all the details for the halter are kind of this plaited leather material. It's soft, but I wanted a halter. A lot of the times when you have beautiful show halters, they're quite soft on the noseband if you have something fluffy or something like extremely padded. And now coming from a place that I'm taking my horses out a lot, whether it's to competitions, to shoot, to do clinics, all kind of different stuff, I wanted a halter that was both beautiful but functional. I don't like really using chains on my horses. I'm lucky in a sense that they also don't need it. But I wanted to have something that if I pulled on it, they would feel an instant connection, and when I let go, there would be an instant release. That way I could be really clear at shows. I mean, this is a really comfortable, beautiful, you can see it's not even rope or something. The product in itself is very soft, but it makes a really clear connection with the horse. And I feel like that really allows me to be understood better, especially in places where they can be distracted when they're out. So that was kind of the concept. I wanted something functional and beautiful. That's why we ended up going for the plaided leather look. All the details on it are the black chrome that is matching with the badge on the saddle cloth. We have on the top an anatomical design for the headpiece, so it sits really nicely on your horse. And this is actually a really, really exciting product that I've been using also every day. Just small things like when you wash your horse, because there isn't a lot of material on the nose and on the sides, you can wash the face really easily with this on. So it's a very functional and beautiful halter. So that's definitely something that I would recommend as well. Last but not least, I want to discuss the top, which I'm wearing. You guys are familiar with these tops because I released them first on my last collection, the Deep Tuscany collection, and they were a huge success. They actually sold out in 12 hours, which was amazing. So we decided to bring them back, especially because of the time period that the collection would be coming out. But this time we have this neutral gray color to match the rest of the collection. We still have the sporty zipper in the middle. We have a little detail here on the shoulder with Equestrian Stockholm. And that's it. It's a really beautiful knitwear material. It's kind of like a four-way stretch, but it doesn't lose its shape. We have a gremlin that has come in to say hello. But yeah, the tops are absolutely beautiful. I've gotten such great... Is the ball, can you see the ball in the camera? No, because she's gonna leave it there now. Yeah, like that. Back to the scheduled program. Yeah, the tops are beautiful. The quality speaks for itself when you get to touch it and feel it. I know you guys can't do that through the camera, but it's really, really beautiful. It's really warm. I love layering with them because I'll usually put a body warmer over this when I'm riding. If I need to take the body warmer off, I can. They are still breathable. This is definitely a great addition to add. Again, you can wear it with black, you can wear it with brown, you can wear it with whatever you already have at home. And that's, again, the concept of the collection is that you can integrate it into your everyday wardrobe. So that's it for the collection. I am so excited to be able to finally share it with you guys. We are currently, as of this video going live, we are 3 days out from the collection being released. So definitely stay tuned to all of my socials in order to get a first look when the collection is finally out. I'm really excited to hear your feedback in terms of the functionality of the products, how your horses are reacting. It always makes me so happy just a couple of days after launch when you guys start to get all the products through the mail. And I see your stories and your posts. So definitely tag me if you end up grabbing anything, because I want to hear your feedback and I want to see it on your horses. But yeah, I think that's it for the Dark Arcus collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the collection. And I'll be seeing you guys in 3 days' time when all the products will be going live. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.